races 3 onwards, but because of the lack of racing, we're picking up Mount Barker race number 2. Now Newington Style at $3.70. 1 El Rapido at $4.70. 3 Brockhoff is $8. Dancerama at $8.60. Our Girl Joe is $9.60. They're the main ones for the Queanbeyan Cup. A very open event too. Due in 5, and Tony likes them 2 Newington Style to beat 3 and 4. Noel Callow has already tasted success in the second event on C the Vision. Correct weight Colac race 8, 4.10.7. He's got attitude a double for Wayne Hocker. The Frank Cleary yard at Rose Hill. Canberra winner for a last start 9th at Rose Hill in the event won by Barbaroos. A winner of 10 from 45 with 8 minor placings. 1 El Rapido. James Innes for Gwenda Markwell, coming off a 2nd at Goulburn, prior to that a 2nd at Hawkesbury. Did strike interference at Rose Hill back early in December in the event won by Mr. Attorney. Was 8th out of 11, but only beaten 4 lengths. For Dancerama $8.60 and 9 Our Girl Joe $9.20. Kevin Engler's late mail in the upcoming event. Numbers 2 Newington Style over 4 Dancerama, 1 El Rapido and 9 Our Girl Joe. So 2, 4, 1 and 9, the late mail from Queanbeyan in race number 7 from Kevin Engler, who's had a pretty good day on the tip too, Kev. In fact, we head now to Nick Robin and Kevin Engler with all the late mail race 7, the Queanbeyan Cup.
Yeah, they're just about to, well, not far away from a start in the Queanbeyan Cup. The late mail now with Kevin Engler. It's an exciting time, a good race. And I just love the way they paraded there with all the strappers wearing their dinner suits, mate. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, they did. They look good. Look nearly as good as the horses. The one here clearly for mine is Newington Style. The 2, gee, it caught my eye in the enclosure. I don't think it's going to have any trouble at all with the distance here today. It'll race very handy. It's got the fitness edge. I just think it's going to be very hard to beat.
Dancerama, you liked the way it looked in the yard as well?
Yeah, as well, Nick. Yeah, look, a front-running type. It'll probably be the leader, Dancerama, and if it can bowl along in front, it's going to be very hard to run down.
El Rapido's a pretty credible top weight.
Yeah, it's sort of plugged, I guess, against Market Link in the Goulburn Cup, but gee, if it gets, if there's a bit of speed on it, I think there will be in the race. Yep. It's the one that could find the line, could be the knockout.
Our Girl Joe loves this track, number 9.
Yeah, it does too. Winner of its past 2, and I think it'd be a better hope with the sting out of the ground, but you can't do any more than win your past 2, and it's a lightweight hope.
2 from 419 from you, eh?
That's it, Nick.
Good luck. Newington Style from Kevin Engler in the Queanbeyan Cup. They're pretty close to a start.
Thanks very much, Nick. And shortly after Tony Campbell for race 7. They're about to be called forward. Previous went to 8 Iswell. Kevin Sweeney over 3, 10 and 13. Now that first 4 on the previous event from Hobart we'll have for you in just a moment. This is the big one of the day from Queanbeyan, the running of the 2003 Queanbeyan Cup. Your caller is Tony Campbell.
Thank you, Rodney. Welcome back for the big one of the day. The Cup sponsored by the Queanbeyan Kangaroo Rugby League Football Club. A big crowd here today, and this is the big one. Now waiting on Runaway Bishop. Brockhoff goes up. Newington Style, the favourite on the tote, about to move in. Our Girl Joe drawn the inside. Now Jake's Buddy has gone up. Williams' Choice. 2 to move in. McQueen goes up. Now Runaway Bishop will complete the line for the Cup for 2003. They start at the 300 metre mark at the top of the straight. Inside runner Our Girl Joe. Jake's Buddy stands up. Williams' Choice. Starter goes up. They're under starters orders for the Cup. Gates are open. Good level start. Our Girl Joe down on the inside, and Mendoria got away well. El Rapido prominent, so too is Newington Style. Williams' Choice. Getting over towards the inside was Jake's Buddy. Down the outside, Brockhoff. Then Dancerama, Red and Racy. Further back, McQueen. Sonic Flight is second last, and Runaway Bishop at the tail of the field as they make the turn out of the straight. They've got about 1,600 to go. My Mendoria down on the inside is leading out wide. Brockhoff goes up. In between runners there, Williams' Choice followed by El Rapido. Dancerama behind that group, a further length and 3/4. As they race towards the back was Our Girl Joe, followed by Newington Style, who's moving around the outside of Jake's Buddy. Further back behind those, Red and Racy, followed by Runaway Bishop. Further back behind those, Sonic Flight. Ildonna's back towards the tail of the field with McQueen. Up the side, they go towards the back now, inside the 1,200 metre mark. My Mendoria leads. Williams' Choice is running second. A bit over a length behind those, El Rapido getting a good run, followed by Brockhoff on the outside of Dancerama. 3 behind those, then Our Girl Girl Joe, followed by Newington Style, who's moving around the outside of Jake's Buddy. Further back behind those then Runaway Bishop off the track. Down on the inside Red and Racy. Further back behind those Ildon and the last pair Sonic Flight and McQueen in the backstretch. They've got about 750 metres to go. It's My Mendoria down on the inside ahead in front of Williams Choice. In behind those getting a beautiful run. Down on the inside was Dancerama. El Rapido fourth on the outside is ready to pounce. In behind those Brockhoff, followed then by Jake's Buddy on the inside. The next one as they race towards the turn, Red and Racy, Our Girl Joe. Newington Style is a mile back but starting a run around the field, and further back behind those Ildon as they race towards the turn, and then McQueen and Sonic Flight. They're homeward bound in the cup. They've got about 300 to go, and down the outside El Rapido raced up and hit the lead. Dancerama getting up along the inside is running on. Further back behind those Newington Style down the outside, but it's Dancerama. Dancerama raced through to hit the lead. El Rapido followed then by Ildon and then Newington Style, but Dancerama races away. Another win for the BM Joseph stable. Dancerama first, Ildon second, followed by El Rapido third. In behind those then came McQueen. Newington Style never a chance, followed then by Jake's Buddy, Red and Racy. Further back then My Mendoria, followed by Runaway Bishop, pulling up quickly Williams Choice, Sonic Flight, Brockhoff and Our Girl Joe, one of the last across the line. What a super ride by Paul Good, this UK jockey, Paul Good. Dancerama right up along the inside. Dancerama, Paul Good, Barbara Joseph. They're unstoppable at the moment. The winner, Dancerama, raced by BM Joseph, LL Locke, CA Campbell, LM Burns, A Murphy, DM Newell, Ian Black, P.E. Zeller, J.L. Mordaunt, LJ Myers in partnership. Dancerama, racing in super form, has taken out the Cup of 2003. Came from behind, got right up along the inside rail.
And giving Paul Good a double. Winner, number 4, Dancerama, over 5 Ildon, 1 El Rapido third. Last from Balaclava, the maiden over the 1400. Second event from the Mount Barker track. Queanbeyan and Dancerama. Paul Good giving him a double, taking out the Cup. Interim details on the 7th at Balaclava. Thunderclaps. Trainer of Tata Tatiana, the short favourite in the last event. And Joe now with Nick Robin.
Yeah, welcome back to Queanbeyan, and the last race about to get underway. And the key to the race, I think, is held with trainer Joe Cleary, who's got a couple of runners in the race, including a pretty good one called Tata Tatiana, who we bought at the Magic Millions. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, she was a little cheapie, Nico. We'd up there and had a few beers, and we paid $3.5 for her, mate. She's been a good little bread and butter horse for us.
Yeah, she's been terrific, hasn't she? Now, this is a good race for her today, the Thunderbolt. It was a good race, or a good win in a barrier trial here some time ago. Stepped down onto the race course and won at Cowra.
Yeah, mate. Cowra was a stepping stone before I went to the Gold Coast for the Silk Stocking, where she was really unlucky, mate. If Brent had any luck on her at all, she probably wins the race. But I thought I'd give her 10 days off after that, and this was a nice race for her on paper, and she has to walk down the hill to go to the races, and then we'll find a race in town for her.
She's pretty gutsy, pretty tough, isn't she, really?
She tries her heart out, mate, you know. Wish I had a stable full like her, you know. We would never be in any trouble, Nico.
No, that's right, mate. Well, listen, you've got another one in the race as well, Horse of War.
Old Horse of War, mate. I'm backing him up. He won on Friday at the picnics. He's won his last 2 starts at the picnics. And he's another horse. He's just 110% courage. He really tries his heart out, and he's worth his chance. But he retires after today, so the owners are all come down. We've had him since day one, so today's his final day.
All right, well, there's no question which one you favourite. Probably Tata Tatiana in the last, eh?
I do, mate, but let's hope to do that.
Yeah, well, that's right. Let's see if you can split them together. Thanks, Joe, for your time, mate. Good to see you again, mate. Looking well.
See you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Joey Cleary there, and he's got a couple in the race. Number 3, Tata Tatiana, and also Horse of War in the Thunderbolt.
And Tata Tatiana is the favourite. Thanks, Nico. The last event coming up from Queanbeyan, and it isn't that far away. And the main ones on the board, Tata Tatiana at $1.90. Imbali's Boy, number 4, $8.30. Imbali's Boy coming off a last Queanbeyan win. Overall, 8 from 29, winning strike rate with 5 minor placings. 7L Zip is $9, now $8.40. Correct weight, the last event from Hobart, placings of 1, 2 and 6. And personal peak, Stephen Maskeel, over 2, Mr. Buttkicker, 6 Alva, 10 Defraud running 4th, first 4 $979.10, and weight is right. First at Horsham, 158, Talangi Tiger, $3.170 over Phantom Rip.
Coming up to the last race here at Queanbeyan, the Work and Gear Thunderbolt, and he's worked pretty hard today, Kevin Engler. He's tipped us a few winners as well. There's a short Tata Tatiana, but I know you, mate. You just love to go for that little bit of value, don't you?
Yeah, I do, Nick. Everyone in Australia's tipped this today, and look, on form, it probably, should win the race. It didn't get a lot of luck in the silk stocking at the Gold Coast behind Feelers, and look, with any sort of luck today, probably wins the race. But at $1.60 or whatever it is on the tote currently, I'm not prepared to take that. I just think El Zip's the horse that's going to go very well here. It's had 5 goes at the track for 3 wins, and has decent form over this distance. Having a look at it in the yard, it's nice and bright, and the coat looks tremendous. And I think that's the value each way. That's the way I'm going.
All right, number 7 El Zip, and it's showing a bit of value at the moment to win from number 3. What else do you like in the race? We might throw away a few into the multiples here.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Imbali's Boy is going to need a lot of luck from its wide gate, but it does have tremendous early speed. So if it can get across and sit somewhere outside the lead, or indeed take the lead, it might be hard to run down. Of course, a last start winner. And 5 X-Ray, another one that caught my eye in the yard, just talking to the strapper, Peter Stanley, and I said, gee, this thing looks well, and he said it'll run a race too, and I agree with him on looks outstanding. But yeah, I'm going the value, 7 El Zip, hardest to beat 3 Tata Tatiana, 4 Imbali's Boy, and 5 X-Ray.
Okay, there are the selections there from Kevin Engler in the final race, the Thunderbolt at Queanbeyan.
Good on you, Nick. Thank you very much. And to Kevin Engler, terrific job to both of you. The 8th event from Queanbeyan in around 1 minute from now. Winners today from Colac. First went to 10 More Perignon at Carberry. Second to 1.
Dane Wiz has gone up towards the inside. Joe Cleary's got 2 in this. He's got the favourite Tata Tatiana, and he's got Horse of War. Horse of War won a race at the Ass Picnics on Friday. Won quite well, backing up again today. Prior to that, he won a race at Bajerabong. So he's racing in good form, the old boy, Horse of War. But Tata Tatiana, a very good mare indeed, hasn't raced since the silk stocking at the Gold Coast. 5th in a field of 13, not all that far from Feelers. Should be hard to beat here. Moving in well. Now waiting on Gregan. Thanks, Jason. Waiting on Imbali's Boy to move along, Chosen Valor, and Tata Tatiana. Yeah, Tata Tatiana, she's had 21 starts, 8 wins, 4 seconds and 3/3. She's a mare by Carry the Crown. Don't forget the local racing in this part of the world, Canberra Friday, this coming Friday, and Saturday the annual Crookle Picnics out at Binder. Now the line is just about set for the last. Just waiting on Imbali's Boy. This is a good race to wind up the proceedings here today. This is the Work and Gear Thunderbolt. Now just waiting on Imbali's Boy to move along. The speed will be on here. Dane Wiz drawn the inside. Ram Raid stands up. Here's the starter. Under starter's orders for the last of the day. Stand by. Starter goes up. Ready. Just waiting on that light. Now Imbali's Boy out wide. I noticed the rider not quite in the saddle. The horse may not be in. I think the rider's on the uprights. Shagney Miss stands up. Sporting Rose. Good field in this 1100 metre sprint. Now Imbali's Boy is not quite settled yet. I don't think he's quite in the stalls. Now I think he goes up by the looks of things. Starter, or the rider, easing back into the saddle, and the starter goes up. They're set, ready, lights on. They face up well. No, the starter's down off his stand. Got a bit of a problem there somewhere, have we? Now they look set. Light still on. Ready. Racing. A good level start, although Dane Wiz went back to the tail of the field with Mila Master. And a good race for the lead here, where Chosen Valor closer down towards the inside as just the leader. Horse of War driving up along the inside, followed by X-Ray not far away. And further back behind those, El Zip, followed then by Imbali's Boy caught wide. Further back to Gregan, then Tata Tatiana back centre field. In behind those, then Ram Raid, followed by Mila Master. Sporting Rose, Dane Wiz is second last. And Shagney Miss at the tail of the field. Up towards the turn. They've got about 500 to go. Chosen Chosen Valor well clear, 2 in front. Horse of War second, followed by Old Zip third on the outside. Tatiana getting up along the inside, running on. In behind those at X-Rays they swing, followed by Ram Raid. And further back behind those in the field, Gregan, followed by Mila Master and Sporting Rose in the straight. 250 metres to go, and Chosen Valor's the leader. Horse of War's trying hard, and here comes Tatiana now. Tatiana raced up on the outside, put the head in front. Horse of War battling away with Chosen Valor, but Tatiana races away. It's all Tatiana. Tatiana first. Oh, getting up along the inside, Shagney missed second. Now close for third, Chosen Valor, Ram Raid or Horse of War. In behind those, Gregan, followed by El Zip. Then Mila Master, the next one behind those, X-Ray. Sporting Rose, Dane Wiz, and in Barley's Boy pulled up very quickly after crossing the line.
Thanks, Tony. Tony Campbell there with the action from Queanbeyan. Tatiana, Noel Callow giving him a double, having taken the second with See the Vision. Second event from Horsham, they're moving in. Scratchings numbers 5 and 10. Favourite 1, Motor Margin, 40 over Shagney Miss. Chosen Valor third, and the trifecta $456. Other news to follow after race 8 from Queanbeyan.
Andrew